Hey, good morning. Billionaire Warren Buffett said, when you're nearing the end of your life, your only measure of success should be the number of people you want to have love you actually do love you. Now, love is important. As a matter of fact, love is so important that when Jesus was asked what's the most important commandment, he said to love God and love people. He said, love changes you, his love changes you, and then you can love others to help change others. Hey, my name's Royal. It's sunrise in Hurst, Texas, in my backyard, and that's what I'm talking about this morning, that foundation, the foundation that we have in life, trying to seek success. We're always chasing after the brass ring. Buffett said, I know people who have a lot of money and they get testimonial dinners and they get hospital wings named after them. But the truth is that nobody in the world loves them, said Buffett. If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is, your life is a disaster. If you're not loved, Buffett says, your life is a disaster. Jesus said, build your life on a foundation of love. See, we all seek success, and then we get to the point in life where we go, there's something more. There's got to be more to life than this. Jesus said there is. And if you build it on the right foundation, well, look, here's what he said. Matthew 7:24. Anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Wisdom comes when you live what Jesus says, not just knowing what Jesus says. Wisdom comes when you live it. And it takes trust to be able to do that, to be able to obey and be unselfish and love other people more than you love yourself. That all takes work, but that's what makes for the successful life, the life of confidence, the life of joy, the life of peace, the life of feeling loved yourself. See, you're going to be loved by others when you love them, but that's not your goal. Your goal is to love God and allow him to love you through Jesus. He says, if you have this foundation, when the rain comes in torrents and the floodwaters rise and the winds beat against a house, it won't collapse because it's built on bedrock. The storms of life, you know what they are. The temptations to do the wrong thing all the time, pain, fear, depression, bad decisions that you end up living with the consequences on, physical pain, financial pain. And listen to this. Sometimes your biggest storm, your biggest temptation, the thing that makes it really hard to focus on God, is when life seems to be going good. That's really the time most people pull away from God that are even close to God, when life is good. And then we run back to God when life is bad. But that's not really worshiping him, right? That's not really being obedient and living. He said, listen, he says, look, if you hear my teaching, Jesus says, and you don't obey, it's foolish. Like a person who builds their house on sand. When the rains and the flood come and the winds beat against the house, it will collapse in a mighty crash. Your life will collapse. The things you were chasing after mean nothing if you don't have the right foundation. And here's the deal. If you build that foundation on the love of Jesus and the confidence and comfort and all that comes from that, then what will happen is you'll have passion to do the things that you do for work or for family or anything to honor God, Don't wait and love God and love people. Start now. When I talk to people in their older years, the greatest regrets they have is that they didn't start doing the things that God wanted them to do in the beginning when they were younger. Hey, my name is Royal. I'm pastor of Life Connection Church. I do these talks 3 to 5 times a week, and I appreciate that you're here. If you're looking for a church home, we are in North Euless. That's right next to DFW Airport. And we have services at 9 or 15 or 11 o'clock. So come and be my guest and look me up. Can I pray for you and for me for this? Father God, I thank you for the love you have for us. I pray that we focus on loving you and that overflows into us loving other people. I pray we start today. That person in the office that needs to be loved, that family member that needs to be loved, the barista that needs our kindness. Lord, I pray that we all listen to what you tell us to do in loving all people. I thank you for that. I thank you for the successful life you give us through you. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, I will see you next time. If the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. God bless.